Once upon a time, in a bustling town near the mountains, there lived an old craftsman. He was very old, with rough, weathered hands and a back bent from years of work. But his eyes, they were sharp and full of fire. Everyone in the town loved him because he never gave up, even when life was hard. He lived alone in a small workshop at the edge of the market. He had no family left, and his wife had passed away many years ago. But still he never stopped working. He would sit at his wooden bench, shaping metal and wood, and always kept moving forward. In that town, people worked hard. Some gave up after their first failure. Some stopped trying when things became difficult, and others never even started because they were afraid. Sometimes dreams seemed too far away. Sometimes they worked for months with no results. Life was not easy, and many people were often ready to quit or had lost their hope. One day, a young man named Arjun came to him. Arjun was exhausted, his face full of defeat. He said, "I don't know what to do. I have been trying to start my shop for 2 years, but I keep failing. My first shop burned down. Nobody came to my second attempt. I lost all my money. Everyone tells me to give up." The old craftsman looked at Arjun and smiled softly. "Sit down, my son," he said. "Tell me, why do you want to give up?" Arjun wiped his face and said, "I have tried so many times. What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm wasting my time?" The old craftsman shook his head gently. "Arjun, when we give up, we lose forever. But if we keep trying, even when it's hard, we move closer to our goal. Determination is not about never failing. It's about never stopping." Arjun asked, "But how can I keep going when I keep failing?" He smiled again and said, "Let me tell you a story." Arjun looked at him, curious. The old craftsman began. Once there was a stonecutter who wanted to carve a beautiful statue. He had nothing. He had no money, no reputation, no confidence. He sat by the rock, ready to give up. An old traveler came to him and asked, "Why do you look so broken?" The man said, "I have tried so many times. How can I continue?" The traveler smiled and said, "Do you see that well? A man dug it for 2 years. For the first year, no water came. People told him to stop, but he kept digging, and on the 3rd year, water burst forth. Now the whole village drinks from it." If you think about your failures, you will always be sad. But if you think about trying one more time, you will find strength. The stonecutter listened, and slowly he stood up. He picked up his tools and began to work again. And from that day, his life began to change. The old craftsman looked at Arjun and said, "You see, my son, the man's success did not come because of magic. It came because he changed his thinking. He refused to stop. When we keep trying, our spirit becomes stronger, and we can face problems better." Arjun thought about the story and said, "Will my determination really change my life?" He smiled gently and said, "Yes. If you wake up every morning and tell yourself, 'Today I will try again,' you will find the strength to work, to learn from your mistakes, and to keep going with hope. But if you only think about giving up, you will feel sad and weak." Arjun nodded slowly. "I understand. I will try again." "That's the first step, my son," he said. Arjun left the old craftsman's workshop with a lighter heart. Every day, he remembered his words. He woke up and said to himself, "I will try again today." He worked hard, learned from his failures, and kept going. After a few months, Arjun's shop began to succeed. Customers started coming. His business was growing. Arjun was overjoyed. He ran to the old craftsman's workshop to share the news. The old craftsman smiled and nodded. "You see, my son, when we refuse to give up, we create miracles. Problems will always come, but if we face them with determination, we can overcome them." Soon, other people began to hear about the old craftsman's wise words. Many came to him and shared their problems. The old craftsman gave the same advice. Keep trying. Never give up. Determination is the miracle. The people loved him even more because his words had changed their lives. He had taught them the miracle of determination.